カタカナです。今日はカタカナを勉強します。Let's learn katakana, one of the three main scripts in Japanese writing system. In this episode, rather than going through each katakana character individually as we did with hiragana, we'll put the focus on understanding how katakana is used in the Japanese language, and also understand katakana writing rules, as well as addressing common challenges and mistakes that learners often encounter while practicing katakana writings. Let's begin by taking a look at what katakana characters look like. This is the katakana chart. It shows the same 46 characters just like hiragana. The pronunciation of katakana and its combinations are the same as those of hiragana. I will put the link to this chart in the descriptions, so please print out and then trace each one of them over and over, following the correct stroke order. So here I placed both hiragana and katakana chart side by side for you to compare. So katakana has more angular and simple style compared to more cursive and flowing hiragana. So when you write katakana characters, try to write each strokes with straighter lines. Let's see how the hiragana and katakana writing systems work together and understand why they're used. Here we have a simple sentence, my name is Johnson. When written in only hiragana, this is how the sentence is translated. As you might have noticed, there are a lot of characters and it looks a bit overwhelming. When you write in hiragana only, it can be difficult for readers to distinguish the difference between words and particles. Because unlike English, Japanese doesn't use spaces to break up words. Each character is a single letter. You would have to either scan the sentence once before or read through it very slowly to ensure you're grouping the right letters together to read the words of the sentence correctly and smoothly. Like we talked about before, katakana is a writing form that is used when writing out non-Japanese words. In the sentence, my name is Johnson, the word Johnson cannot be translated to a Japanese word. So we can use katakana to write out the word Johnson. When you take a look at this sentence using hiragana and katakana, we can see the difference of the katakana letters. And that signals to our brains that the breakage we see here in the writing styles indicates a word or phrase. While implementing katakana into writing is a great tool to better your reading and speaking skills in Japanese, there's a third writing system that makes sentences even easier to understand, and that is kanji. Kanji is an advanced form of Japanese writing, and we're not going to be covering it today. However, here's a sneak peek to how kanji can really help in Japanese writing to start making sentences easier to comprehend. I also explained how Japanese sentences can be written in different directions, either horizontally or vertically. The same goes for the katakana words. This one is written horizontally, following the left to right format we're familiar with in English. And then this one, the other is written vertically from top to bottom, and katakana words can be written in vertical style as well. And katakana is primarily used for words borrowed from other languages. So for instance, kohi for coffee and tenisu for tennis. So these foreign terms stand out in a text predominantly written in hiragana and kanji. Katakana is not only for foreign words. Japanese has a rich collection of onomatopoeic and mametic words, and then these are often written in katakana to highlight their expressive nature. So for example, this one, dokan, is the sound of explosion. The sound of strong wind will be described as biu-biu in katakana. And the sound that animal make and the noise machine or things make will be written in katakana. Also, just like italics in English, katakana can be used to emphasize a word or phrase in a sentence. And in modern Japanese writing, particularly in advertisement, entertainment, and media, katakana is used for stylistic purpose to attract attention or create a modern or foreign feel. And you really do want to master katakana if you want to order something delicious in a restaurant in Japan. All Italian restaurants, French restaurants, their menus are mostly written in katakana. Take a look at this menu from McDonald's. If you want to order this item, for example, you have to be able to read this katakana. Chicken McNugget 15ピース. Or this one, Egg McMuffin セット. This one has both katakana and hiragana. The first hiragana, edamame, is soybeans, so that's a Japanese product. Corn is a foreign product, corn. You can practice handwriting by tracing the chart that I provide, but if you're typing, you can change your input from hiragana to katakana by simply pressing the F7 key. So please give it a try. All the diacritical marks rules are the same as hiragana. With 2 dots, kakikukeko will be gagigugego. And with a little circle, hahihuheho will be papipupepo. And small ya, yu, yo will be attached to those letters. And then exactly the same as hiragana. This will be kya, kyu, kyo. With the 2 dots will be gya, gyu, gyo, and so on. Duct and mark position is the same as hiragana. You have to be careful with ka. Hiragana ka has this diagonal third stroke to begin with, so you add 2 dots to make ga, which end up with 3 dots. But for katakana ka, there's no third stroke. You only need to have 2 dots to have the same ga sound. Duct and marker for H line goes the same way for katakana. Also, the hand duct and mark, little circle, goes to the same location for hiragana and katakana. Double consonants has the same rule as hiragana as well. You make it smaller size and then put it right here when you're writing horizontally. And if you're writing the word vertically, you place it just like you would in hiragana. The rule for glides is the same as hiragana. You put the smaller size ya and write it this way. and it's a one-syllable sound, sha. One good news about katakana writing is the long vowel rules. You just need to put the dash to transcribe that long vowel sound. So, boru. You don't have to write bo-o-ru. You can just use that dash mark to write it this way. You put the dash right in the center. Okay, this is when you're writing it horizontally. And this way, when you're writing it vertically, you place the dash up and down right in the center. Let's take a look some more examples. If your name has that long vowel sound, then you write your name this way. Robert, Roberto, with the dash right here. If you're writing your name vertically, it goes up and down like that. Joe, please write your name this way, like that. Sunny, write your name this way. Okay, just dash up and down, right in the center. And Lauren, you write it this way. So let's look at the chart again. There's some very similar katakana characters there. The most easily confused pair in katakana is shi and tsu. Also, so and are very challenging katakana. And beside these, I would say who and wa are also similar. And ku and ke can also be easily mistaken. So let me share with you a helpful tip on how to write the first two pairs correctly. So this is katakana shi and this is katakana tsu. When you write these katakana letters, I want you to remember hiragana shi and tsu. When you write hiragana shi, you wrote it this way, like that. So let's follow that finger motion and then write katakana shi. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. 1, 2, 3. できますか? When you write katakana tsu, remember hiragana tsu first. Hiragana tsu would look like this, and you wrote it this way. So let's put katakana tsu on top of this hiragana tsu. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. できますか? So let's write it again. Katakana tsu. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. By following the hiragana, shi, and tsu stroke order, you can write katakana, shi, and tsu with the correct stroke order, and as a result, you have a better looking katakana, shi, and tsu. Now, these two, shi and tsu, which one is shi and which one is tsu? Can you tell me? This is shi. No, wait. This is shi and this is tsu. How about now? Tsu, shi. Tsu, no, shi and tsu. It is confusing. I'm sorry for that. Second most confusing katakana pair are so and So came from this older version of hiragana. So this first and the second stroke became this katakana so. So as if you're writing hiragana so, you start from here, one, and then second stroke up and down like that. Katakana so. Okay. Up and down and up and down. You kind of stop in the middle and let go. いいですか？いきますよ。1、2、1、2。はい。That's so. For the katakana the very tip of hiragana is right here. And towards the end, you go towards right. So this last sweep for hiragana is the second stroke of katakana So let's practice. All right. 1、2、1、2。どうですか？できますか？それじゃあ読んでください。これは何ですか？です。これがそです。はい。そ。はい。どうですか？そ。わかりますか？ Do you see the difference? Okay. This one? And this is そ。いいですね。And I'd like to get your attention to this katakana. Katakana mo. The stroke order for this katakana goes this way. 1, 2, and 3. Now, do you remember hiragana mo goes the other way around? For hiragana mo, you have to write shi first and then 2 horizontal lines. But for katakana, you start from horizontal lines and then you don't stick out at the top and you write the third stroke. I also want to get your attention to this katakana, o. So this is a particle o. So you'll probably never see this guy in a sentence because in Japanese we use hiragana for particles. And because of that, I want to put the spotlight on this character today so that it gets at least be seen by you today. The stroke order for this katakana goes like this. 1, 2, and 3. Unlike hu, which goes this way, or la, which goes this way, katakana all goes 1 and then 2 parallel and then 3 like that. You probably know my last name by now. I go by Moyo Sensei for this YouTube Japanese lessons, but my last name is Johnson, and it's the hardest last name to write with katakana characters. So, I want you to write my last name, get the piece of paper, and then write Johnson with katakana for me. You may pause the video until you write my name correctly. I'll wait for you. どうですか？書けましたか？ It goes like this. Did you get it correctly? If you do, I'll give you the extra credit for this course. Today we learned katakana for the first time. Do you like katakana? Well, in my next episode, we will study katakana readings, and I'll tell you something very special about katakana. So stay tuned. さよなら。